Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Crochet Shop by Nanno. If this is your first time here and you wanna learn how to crochet fast, easy and free patterns to add to your collection, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. In this video I'll show you how to crochet easy and cute vest for baby and children sizes. You will need any baby yarn. I will use Turkish baby yarn Alize Secret many colors. The link you can find it in the description box below. Suitable crochet hook. I will use 3.5 millimeters aluminum crochet hook, measuring tape, scissors, satin ribbon, markers, suitable yarn needle, sewing yarn and buttons. First make a slip knot, then chain 2, insert your hook in the first chain stitch, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over again and pull through 1 loop. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. Now you have the first single foundation stitch. To make the next one, insert your hook in the opposite chain loops like this. Take care the 2 loops together. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops on the hook. Now repeat this single foundation stitch to make multiples of 2 plus 1. After you make multiples of 2 plus 1 by measuring the half chest circumference with centimeters for your selected size, measuring like this. In this tutorial I will make 0 to 3 months size. Make sure you tighten your first foundation row. To make the first cross stitches row, chain 2, turn your work, skip the first stitch. In the next stitch, make 1 double crochet stitch, Then yarn over the double crochet stitch just made, insert your hook in the skipped stitch and make one double crochet stitch. Now you have the first cross stitch. To make the next cross stitch, skip the next stitch and skip one stitch. In the next stitch, make one double crochet stitch. Then yarn over the double crochet stitch just made, insert your hook in the skipped stitch and make one double crochet stitch. Now repeat this stitch. After you finish the first cross stitch row, in the last stitch make one double crochet stitch. To make the second row, chain 2, turn your work. In the first cross stitch between the two double crochet stitches, make one double crochet stitch. Then yarn over the double crochet stitch just made, insert your hook before first cross stitch space and make one double crochet stitch. In the next cross stitch between the two double crochet stitches, make one double crochet stitch. Then yarn over the double crochet just made, insert your hook before the cross stitch space and make one double crochet stitch. Repeat this next one cross stitch. To finish the row, make one double crochet stitch in the last chain to each space. Repeat the second cross stitches row for your selected size. To make the back waist length by measuring, after you measuring like this, finish the last piece row. Now start to make chains until your number equals the number of the first piece edge by following this way. Each double crochet stitch in the edge count as 2 double crochet stitches plus the number of chains too. So if you have 18 rows for the first back waist piece, so you will need 36 chains. Then skip this chains group and make another chains group in the opposite side. Make sure to put a marker in the last chain group stitch. Don't cut the yarn. To make the second group, turn your work, join another yarn, make a slip knot, insert your hook in the last chain to edge space like this, pull through the new yarn slip knot, then chain the same numbers of the first chains group. Now you start to make the T letter shape. Add one chain stitch for the all numbers of the second chain group. Cut your yarn and pull the yarn through like this. Now skip the second chains group and back to the first group. Remove the marker. Add 2 chain stitches for all numbers. Then skip 3 chains from the hook. In the next stitch, start to make a cross stitches as you work. Repeat this. After you finish the first group of chains, skip the first piece edge stitch and work above the next cross stitch. Repeat cross stitches to complete your first rows as you work. Then skip the last edge stitch to make the second chains group. In the first chain, make 1 double crochet stitch and complete your cross stitch. like this and repeat this cross stitch. After you finish the second chain group, in the last single stitch make one double crochet stitch. To make the next row, chain 2, turn your work, and repeat the cross stitches. Take care, check the stitches number in the T-shape sides. Repeat these rows as you need. To make front parts to close it like this. Don't cut the yarn. To make the front edge, chain 1, turn your work and insert your hook in the first stitch space and make one single crochet stitch. Then in the next stitch space make one double crochet stitch. Repeat this. After you finish this side, in the last chain 2 space, make one single crochet stitch. If you make larger sizes, repeat this row for 2 or more times. Finish by chain 1, cut your yarn, and pull through. Now fold your T-shape sides like this to form your work. To measure armhole depth from the top like this for your selected size. Put a marker to point your measure row. Take care, pin the double work layers together. In the same row from the back side, put another marker in the opposite side. Take care to put in the same row with the double layers together. Now it is sewing time. From the inside waist like this. Place the double layers together. Work from the bottom. So take another yarn strand, make a slip knot. Insert your hook in the first stitch from the bottom. Take the double layers to work through the double layers together. Take your slip knot and pull through. Chain 1. Insert your hook in the next chain 2 space and in the opposite stitch from the cross stitch together. Pull the yarn and make one single crochet stitch. Repeat this in the same chain 2 space and in the second double crochet stitch from the opposite cross stitch together. Repeat like this. In the double crochet, 2 single crochet stitches. Repeat this to the marker space. In the marker space, make a slip knot, chain 1, remove the marker, cut the yarn, and pull through the chain stitch. Now you finish the first side. Repeat this in the other side. To make the armhole edge, take a yarn, make a slip knot. From the right side underarm sewing line, insert your hook like this. Pull the slip knot stitch, chain 1. In the same space make 1 single crochet stitch. In the next cross stitch between the 2 double crochet stitches make 1 single crochet stitch. In the next space make 1 single crochet stitch. Repeat this. You can cover your yarn ends between your work. To work between the double crochet space, make 2 single crochet stitches. Repeat this. After you finish the first armhole round, make 1 slip stitch in the chain stitch to join. To make the next round, chain 1. Don't turn your work, make 1 single crochet stitch in the next stitch and repeat this. To finish the second round, join in the first chain by make 1 slip stitch in the first chain. Chain 1. To make larger sizes, repeat the next round as you like. But in this tutorial I will make only 2 rounds, so I will cut my yarn to finish the round. Repeat this in the other armhole edge, but work from the back side. To make the bottom waist edge, rotate your work. Take a yarn, make a slip knot. Insert your hook in the first edge space. Pull the slip knot through, chain 1. Make 2 single crochet stitches in the same space. In the next space, make 2 single crochet stitches. Repeat this. To make the sewing line spaces, skip it. In the next stitch, make one slip stitch. In the next stitch, work one single crochet stitch in the next stitch and repeat this. After you finish the first row, make one slip stitch in the last stitch like this. Chain 1, turn your work, make one single crochet stitch in the first stitch. In the next stitch, make one single crochet stitch and repeat this. To finish the second edge row, make slip stitch. In the last, chain 1, cut your yarn to finish. To make larger sizes, repeat this row as you like. Block your work by your hands. Now put your buttons. Point your selected buttons vertical row for your selected size, like this. In this tutorial, I will select the first vertical row. Put markers between equal numbers of stitches from the bottom. I will start from the second cross stitch. I will skip 3 cross stitches between markers. Now remove every marker to sew a button. After you finish all buttons, close it in the opposite row space like this. To make the collar, skip the shoulders and fold the top like this. If you like to decorate your work, trim the ribbon ends. like this. With a very low iron, just press the collar to block it, but you should first read the yarn care label if there are no iron label. Fasten off and weave your ends to finish. Tie your ribbon. You can use any ribbon color as you like. Thank you for watching. If you like it, gives me a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to see more videos. See you, bye bye.